What is up, everyone? JD here. Got a new Vosteed in to check out. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, today we're checking out the Vallhund. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. This is really cool because it is a collab with Laconico. I do like a lot of Ray's designs. He has a really nice way of tying like a very elegant look, keeping things very simplistic, but being very nice ergonomically and very functional. So what you have here, though, is a premium knife here with S35VN. Titanium frame lock with a steel lock bar insert, hollowed out or machined for weight reduction. You have dual standoffs in the back here with a titanium pocket clip that works really well, goes in and out of the pocket great, and you have thumb stud deployment. You also have a front flipper, and I think it works best as a front flipper. The detent tune on here is a little light. I personally would like that to be a little bit heavier. Ceramic bearings in the pivot, so you have really smooth action opening and closing, and just a nice little EDC daily carry knife. So I did take it downstairs to get some cutting on film, and it had a really good factory edge considering it's coming in a pass around. Cut through the cardboard really nicely. It absolutely slayed each one, going through like a laser beam, and it worked okay in the pinch grip, more so because I had to get up high, because it is a lower clip point, but it still was high enough on the blade to where I needed to get up for a high angle to do that detailed cutting. So just okay in my opinion there. Lock bar access is a little tight for me with the larger hands, but I think this is probably more geared towards folks with medium to large hands. As you can see here, I cannot get a full four-finger grip. I lose contact about halfway down on the pinky for myself. Nice contoured scales though. So if you do have medium to large hands, I think this will work very well for you. And I do like the way that this is kind of constructed. It looks like the pins kind of either sit or are screwed in here, and then you have your fasteners attaching the show side through those stop pins. So it's a really unique design. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Perhaps the screws just go straight through the barrels and are actually screwing into this side here. Either way, kind of gives it a custom vibe. Does look like it is T8 hardware throughout, except for the actual stop pin, not the stop pin, I'm sorry, the lock bar insert. So very well constructed. Just again, a very simple, straightforward little EDC. And with the premium materials, it is a little bit more pricey, and it is a collab with a designer. So there are two hands in the cookie jar, if you would. So it is going to be a little bit more expensive, but when you really think about everything that you're getting here for the materials, I think it is still solid value. Let me go ahead and grab a few knives to do some size comparisons, since I am talking about size so much, and then we'll grab the scale and weigh the knife. All right, guys, I have a couple of knives on the table here for size comparison. On the top, I have my Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight, and on the bottom, I have my Devo Knives mini growler, and I did grab this one intentionally because they kind of, to me, occupy the same space where you are getting a really, for myself, a very snug four-finger grip, but you're still getting a lot of EDC here. So something small, something office carry, something you can take out on date night. Let's do a couple more and then we'll grab the scale. All right, guys, I have on top here my Concept Tarkin. I really like this one a lot. A little bit on the larger side of medium, and then I have my CJRB Echo, which is a little bit on the smaller side of medium. So I'm able to get a four-finger grip on both of these. I would say the Tarkin's closer to full size, and this one from CJRB is going to be close to small. You can see it's very close to the size of the Vallhund, but just a little bit bigger. All right, let's grab the scale and check the weight, because it does feel like this is pretty lightweight considering the materials that were being used on this knife. All right, we got our scale out. Let's cut her on here. get her zero out and check the weight on this one. The Vallhund coming in at 2.6. So as I mentioned, it's a pretty lightweight ADC. Just for comparison, compared to the Echo, which is pretty close in size, you're getting 3.1, and that's another one that's really lightweight. So I do like that you're getting this all titanium knife with S35EN and all titanium pocket clip. And I think the hardware on this is still steel, coming in at 2.6. Yeah, so definitely steel is definitely catching right away, and definitely steel on the hardware. So that is a way that these manufacturers can get under that $200 price point. The titanium material is going to cost you a little bit more. All right, final thoughts and impressions time. I think this just scratched my my palm. It's so small. So the way this works is I grade on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is the worst, 10 is the best. Budget knives cap at 7, but this, having premium materials, would be eligible to go all the way up to 10 if it were that good of a knife. Now, some of the complaints I'm going to have are going to be your typical, I think it's a little too small for me. It's a little small overall for a main carry, and I think honestly just a little too large for a companion carry. It could possibly flex into that, so going pivot and then going from the heel of the knife, just a little bit too long to kind of fifth pocket carry, I should say, but it would work nicely in an organizer down in the pocket. The other thing that I'm going to complain about is going to be that lock bar access. It is really tight, guys. It works good if you like to kind of slide over, but for me with the larger hands, I still kind of need to push in hard to get over to that. The way that I have found that works best is if I finger lift with the index finger while still kind of holding it really close to the cut position. So I'm going from cut to finger lift and push and then closing it. When I try to go in from the side, I almost slide off of it, and it's a little unsettling. So a little bit tight on that lock bar access. Good geometry. It is a useful clip point blade, so it's going to have a lot of your needs covered. It's going to be able to choke up, get into your packages. You can pinch in a pinch to use that for detailed work. It'll work okay on occasion. It'll be able, again, to get into a box. It will, on occasion, break down a box. So if you're occasionally cutting, this is going to be really nice. And again, small, medium hands, this is going to be a really great option for you. And again, it's not going to break the bank to get all premium materials. I think I forgot to mention the titanium thumb studs. I do like the thumb studs. Again, I wish the detent was tuned just a little bit stronger for me. Again, just a little bit light. Being the small, I'm thinking it's going to have the cage ceramic bearings, but they're probably going to be the 1mm thickness. I could be wrong, but looking in there, they look like they're kind of small. Having said all that, I am going to go 7.2 on this one. It's a really easy score. I like the Laconico language. It is very friendly ergonomically. Even though it is small for me, it is fairly comfortable. A little sharp around here where that lock bar is, but it is not like if you're going to cut with this occasionally, that's going to be an issue. Now, if you do a lot of cutting and this is going to be your main EDC and you're going to be using it a ton, it could potentially be a hot spot, but if you have smaller hands, it might not be a factor like it is for me, where I'm kind of landing in a weird spot compared to where you may land on it, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't feel the pocket clip at all, and again, pocket clip worked really well in and out of the pocket. Great. Awesome retention on here. They did a good job with that. I even like that they curved it a little bit to kind of match the body. And they did a good job with the ano and stonewash on here. You can get it plain Jane, where it's just titanium and it's stonewashed, and I think it's a really good look. Or they have this version currently. I don't know if they'll do different versions in the future. They may, but this one here is the one of two options that are out there. So good price point, very solid build. Vosteed does a fairly good job seemingly with their heat treat and their factory edges, so I've been very happy with everything that I have experienced with them. I like it. It's a little small for me. I don't want to main carry it. I only have a few companion carries, and they're more medium, like the Bug Out and the Echo are kind of more my companion size carry. And then when you get down to like the Mini Growler or the Nice Guy, those are more like fifth pocket options, and then if I'm going somewhere and I want a light loadout, I have just a handful of those. So for me, I would pass on this one, even though I really like it. Now, if they came out with a Vallhund large, perhaps I would be interested in that, because I do think it would be a really nice upscaled knife for me to carry. Let me know what you think about the Vallhund down in the comments below. If you are interested in this or any other Vosteeds, the affiliate link in the description does help the channel when you use it. So thanks to you that are going to do any shopping and using the links. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. A special thank you to my channel members. I'm out of here, guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.